This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Now on the Ghana boys now, or say Omoya de no Bahaya Bruno. Generally, sometimes I want to disagree. You see, football is about the environment now. Bo munu, o playing mates no, omu movement to coach no coach you no, o tactics are ubo. Ube to me aka say players ni bi or bomba or munyiromo. It is possible. But I'm thinking, says our boys say Omusha Black Stars JC. Minimbe be most of them Oma Bobo and draw because say African Cup of Nations game and motivation and famano. Intino motivated to play. It is issues of ability. There are some players who say Xavi Hernandez. My dream say the Barcelona environment, and the man he is superstar. Put Xavi Hernandez in Brighton. He can be an ordinary player. Until players be a system now obo the players na around him no players in the movement crime born easy the mom. So for me, I don't think say solely because they are not committed.
Okay.
A matter of ability. Into me, and as a team and the environment, sometimes you don't get it. Look at Inaki Williams. Can we say that Inaki Williams born and no motivated and now only too eager to do it? But the style of playing is any no, and then in fact, and yet lack of commitment. But it's rather the system and the environment na play and and then man to me in give you the oyen on the club level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, who will be careful?
Jordan, are you? Ne ball now Obama Blaster no about the same thing or Crystal Palace and Koma ton da. Koma ton da. The attitude of playing for the Blasters or the attitude now about Crystal Palace Koma ton. Because only Michael Olise and they're competing for position. Season never last season, how many teams? Chelsea was after Michael Olise. Manchester City was after Michael Olise. PSG was after Michael Olise. Man United at a point was after Michael Olise. But Jordan the two. But that same Jordan cannot be said in the Blasters. And you're born able so nimbo now nimbo, but the attitude on the field of play.
Attitude no team say.
Oja on pass, Oja bona no jina so Oja bona on code and Milusu bona on target. And this attitude no do Crystal Palace.
Okay.
He's a different player altogether.
And the one or two players.
He's a different player at Crystal Palace. The level of competition at Crystal Palace, even in the days of Zaha, still not Jordan started. He had been consistent for Crystal Palace for a long time. Coach is about Crystal Palace in Argentina. Oka players are almost started, not even easy. Jordan are consistent. It is because of his attribute. It is because of his acts. It is because of his work rate. It is because of his quality. But the same at Jordan, Eba Ghana, different breed. Why? Because coaches in Ghana ain't critic competition for Jordan. Your coach is saying Jordan ya do one, you will start. The same attitude under all coaches in the Blasters. And me, I will not say commitment. I dare Banco and Macan say to be in the AFCON. In as much as only born a born general, may say one Bob beyond or born now be a it didn't silent me amon. Because no him say Liverpool born on the I agree. We na quality materials ne push my born with me bunny. But you know one casan san get on one brodian. Vito Semen and one and born up on this and born on Lapodi. Whoever has watched Vito Semen in Nigeria and Napoli a different Osimhen. Frankesi born no bebo AFCON, you know, Frankesi boss are born no Barcelona and common ton. And common ton in Cosaudi Jack. Because Bass and Nimet for the Bobo said they're not born AFCON. Into these are good players.
We born national team.
You know, trust the combo. We are so boss our POK and Kobo POK. Trust the combo no bebo AFCON. So boss our POK and Greece no bobo.
The best player of the
and Greece no bobo. The Premier League on Yadi and Chess and Tabas in BBB.
Show Onyeka performance or done it.
So what I say? Into those players give their best in the national team.
Bye the other way.
Answer me, Makase. I agree. Inaki say easily you can point fingers to Inaki. Inaki the any different story altogether. Or no beba odi and what that say kura or start here bebo. Because he had been part of the system from the very first day. Coach B or Bebe are those guys from Sam Ames now they almost started from the junior side. They know the plan. They have the plan already. The system is there. The template is there. Inaki on here competition. let go be about no timiabo. But the moment you revert to Africa, it is a game full of energy. It is a game full of commitment. It is a game with pride. You know, Africa will be given the best to, and Mauritania for no baby or into we are there, unimbo, but you need to play above yourself, and yes, you won't survive. It is the reason why, you know, as I start to be half corner, but you real tournament, and how many of your best players. People are on board with zeal, on board with passion, on board with commitment, and you really know about Mudin. Samuel Chukwueze probably will be one of the top players in terms of talent in the AFCON. But Nigeria coach need to choose work, rate, and power and energy. Instead of the scale, no, finance no bonus went to Miambo. And he was one of the reasons why Nigeria lost the game. Okoben team was Simon, and it's all nimbo. But you know, within the competition, you need more than your skill set. You need more than your technical ability. For me, those were the areas that were lacking in the Black Stars.
All right. Divergent opinion.
Yes, I agree with Andy, especially with the likes of Jordan Ayew. I was making general statements, but there are some few players you can easily say there. Born or commitment or attitude on the field, need the same thing on your club level. But generally speaking, I think some of these players are thriving well at club because of the environment, or teammates in your system, but not necessarily a commitment. Baba Idris born or boy, I don't think there's a lack of commitment. But Ushe ni team ni ma born or born or far born now, Crofway or passes so
any commitment in free on the attitude in Shiwana.
Attitude, they will work for one or two players for the Black Stars.
Seranko, you have never accepted our players are not committed. That has been your position.
Until I say attitude, I didn't say he didn't say
position.
But sir, no, the question was just
addressing. Who position all this one is. But Seranko, Ghana for a blaster nache. You real tournament be a you sing the same
so from 2014 coming. Every player be friend or Ghana Biano. On your committed.
People were talking about Jiku for his outstanding
ability.
Obi a Bojiku Abaso. Obi a Bojiku Abaso.
Players be.
Yeah.
For example, Jordan. Message nearby, no.
If you mention Jordan, I won't argue. Because I think that Jordan attitude and even the commitment, and I would still support it.
But players
no. Generally for me, generally speaking, it's an issue of ability instead of okay. That's how I see it.
And this is solutions, no, any dear, young picking one after the other, be a ne into me, attitude, especially Jordan Ayew. Dear na what or bar, sa subano, ubit me, a giant son, the man of Black Stars no bear. Now, obe bo, Sir Jordan na in him, because all bodies are. Jordan Onimbo Papa. Very good player.
Onimbo Papa, your team name. If I'm not mistaken, said Jordan Castle or Bobola. I don't think Kudus will be better than him.
Oh, okay.
Jordan Castle or Bobola. It said the Obo Crystal Palace now. The difference is that Kudus is a consistent scorer. I don't say it's the one in the in my view.
Yeah.
And Kudus a shooter or an excellent shooter. Said Obo hit ball on about said this is a player who knows how to shoot. That is the difference between him and Jordan. And Kudus can also play different roles in midfield. But you know, the only thing to solve Jordan issue and you see a being a coach or be critical competition in their man.
Okay.
You know, as a coach, Ghana, you players now, you see, on white players. Yeka Nyama, Yeka Kamaldeen, Yeka Joseph Pencil, Yeka Inaki Williams, and Mamini Inaki Crime Film. Yeka Jordan Ayew. They all gifted born a cry. Osman Bukari, he played in the UEFA Champions League. So you know, Maka 5 players. 5 players, you best started 2. And then 3 you best started. Out of 5, we are starting 2. So let's create that competition for him. Your man who says a Jordan wants me a man that's smart on Abebo. We need a code that can create that competition. And you have one your white players. For a team no compare Brazil, let's say Brazil Diana. Check on Monte 10-1. Rodrigo, Vinicius, Neymar, Martinelli, Rafinha, Anthony, Ubetimi Aboba. But the coaches create competition for these players. These are players who play for Madrid, Barcelona in their lives. It's Jordan, the man who say Obona went to me and he will not start in the next game. But you know, tournament here, you say, matches in our boy. Yamati Sayebu na obo because fire attack na he the experience among our attackers. Make experience and make an experience within the blasters. So offer Joseph Pencil, offer Osman Bukari, offer Kamba Aldin, offer Kudu Sumpo, offer Antion Semenyo, offer Inaki Williams. Or no experience in the AFCON, experience in the World Cup qualifiers, experience or all stages so far as the national team are concerned. Eche Ubia. And coaches, football, are thereby going to stage or bomb. And no dear, and then my experience, stage or bomb. Obi abo Premier League, obi abo Blaster for 10 years. So Baba started first game in the Blaster on an pet. Until so be born where you on an pet. Obi our bobo 80,000 capacity stadium, 70,000 capacity stadium, 50,000 capacity stadium. What against Germany at home, different player altogether. But in all this, and yet Jordan Afeni Baba Shen, ya shen. Any abilities to beat him the Amaye. So if he's not giving us those abilities, what do? You make sure you create competition for him.
Would blame no Emma Omo and say you need players with me the Omo critical competition. You also have players. You'll be.
Ah, it's not my born. Sir Jordan Ebo Crystal Palace, Osman Bukari Ball Champions League. 2 different platforms, one is bigger than the other. Enti Genoa, Obibo Champions League Man City. Obo Crystal Palace, Eshe Arsenal. A DNT coach into creative competition in Mamu. You know the coach are you bold enough to say so better naturally. Way more now baby. You need that coach. Frank is here, I can say time I met Faber and our Benchino. Sangari, the midfield of Sangari for Fauna and Frank is here. They brought in Jean Michel Seri because I'm realizing say the young players need to contain the pressure and they brought in experienced players. Again, the Mazi Alan Gradel by Ebe Benchi the either young place. Create competition for them. And what happened? Gradel by in as much as watching or the bomber will be we go nearby in the semi-final. He crossed that particular ball. Into Genoa, he be here coacher. Oma Obian function it means oyiru one people. Na yen create competition for our players. And you know but on the end to see about yeka.
Maminko Naro after Naro Nafi hour Emrem hour meba oboje MS5 wa confirm no Cote d'Ivoire and this is on the FA president there's no way MS5 bay teams on the man. I'm confirm so on the man head coach Nafi other stories like can be bad will take on that but Maminko Naro first.
General, I remember very well. It was March 2009. Na yet media center ewe ya Musuku and Rahim Ayu.
Okay.
Ramsheka. He was then a close friend. He didn't come up because that time the tournament no boy pa and Cote d'Ivoire baby from Wakeya Musuku Abidjan. Everybody was talking about the son of the maestro. It make an all catch them is there. Ghana for train because in their family the best player Ahobia Jordan Ayu.
Okay.
Around that time, Jordan was around 16 years because Komami about 15 years ago.
Okay.
In 2009. And I'll catch them so no football no pay. They no pay racing, car racing is animal. So according to him, including the father, they think the most talented player in the family is Jordan Ayew. And as I sit here, my dream is some no kind of country because on the skill set, Eddie. I think say in terms of skill, ball, guitar, dribble, blocking, everything, I rate him ahead of Rahim Ayew, I rate him ahead of Jordan Ayew and ahead of Dede Ayew and all that. But Jordan, the attitude, the fighting spirit of Rahim Ayew, the fighting spirit of Dede Ayew, Jordan doesn't have it. I'm so no. That about 70 rain. General, the question is, a day in a commitment, any dedication, any attitude, maybe feel. The first thing is to get a coach obeying in IBC form. We are no free war. My dream is the leadership of the current Black Stars, a bread with sister, in terms of the playing body. In 1998, Burkina 98, the then captain Abedi Ayew Pele, any team no, a floppy big time group stage, and no free. Fast forward, the captain's armband was given to CK Akono. Charles Kobla Akono and Crawford Zoom. Along the line, then came Steven Tornado Apia. He was also then very young. I think that's our Mpempenson. He said Rubium. And Mimiti Madriam say, Andre, in his own interest, you retire. Nana Hordina can offer more club football. Several top players are no more. Because whatever he can do for the national team, I think the day will not give us any better performance. And yes, I said the leadership, yes, sir, coach, we are the leadership of the Black Stars must change. The day are you out as captain, Ofori out as deputy captain. There should be new leader. We want to see fresh air blowing around the Black Stars. Miti, I don't think Jiku will be a bad leader. I don't think Kudus will be a bad leader. There should be fresh air. We are no free honoma. The moment a coach Beba obey this straight changes in normal will be able to on your prima donna in the team. Then I think that Jordan is at 31, and I think he still has a lot to offer, even only if you give us his best. So he's not someone I would say is on retire, but he should be selected on merit. On merit. Say game no on the nimbo on the bet me about boy and fanimo. But it shouldn't be like I say Jordan there team sheet needing was so that in the head there my baby jina baby and they can say in creative competition and famano. And I think that is where we should get to.
Okay.
Otherwise, you bring a problem of parking. So there are some inner people who feel say a be attitude not even on the pitch, from training ground, from dressing room. How people even conduct themselves or me a prima donnas in tea or be player be better parks and none for that. You could be thrown away about penny be and to mean carrying channel or yet the open or bench. Penny be and to mean carrying channel. Into an unswitching a honor not killing the spirit in it. So new air must be blowing around the Black Stars.
Okay. Good morning. The indefatigable Senior Joe and your articulate pundits for your wonderful submissions on your show. I do agree, Pa, with Andy's submission about Jordan. That's exactly what he does when playing for Ghana. Met Upper West region and we free a buy. Though this is autophobia. Normally, I will discuss issues of this nature. Normally, sir, with the intimate message, I'm better to see. This is autophobia. What a bias analysis from your crew. When it comes to Jordan's commitment, you are so biased. But when it's in Naki, it's a different environment altogether. Abba, are you family for life?
The only try to understand it sums up everything.
So the moment as our discussions, are you family for life? Minima dear. Say your uncle for more support to are you family or more support. I don't know. By air discussions, I just had you now they wait.
Obi
the message I must say. Yen shape goal are you say. And no commitment. And I'm crying and must say we commitment in through. Never attitude. Then show. Now quite because I solve our problem. How do phobia straight away will call you family for life?
It's a for us who call you family.
No.
No, say are you family now on the context? On said there are people who feel that the Beyonce did you bomb at no bobini share almost on one. But one mobini share and a few
I've been in feet trim na yen discussions are sadly need trim say yes yet no. In your discussions, Grandma can say yeah, kappa, yeah, ball, bopa. No, okay, there's no one care or no one, not even
Jordan. You need bopa.
Yes,
Jordan.
Yeah, and this are you family for life now? I say
it's not. It is a Crystal Palace. You know, consist the Ghanaian players, even if you are cry, Joe, so many bomb top level to cement your position for years in the EPL. You know, energy market wow, and non quano energy market wow.
Yeah. Okay, Yentuaso, our. I agree with Andy that Osman Bukari has not been given enough chances in the Black Stars. In terms of effectiveness, Bukari is better and should be given enough opportunities to compete with Jordan. He appears much more aggressive and hungrier than Jordan. Patrick, and anyway, about Patrick Japon, Sefiwi also, oh dear, and so, I don't know.